Okay, let's start all fucking over again. I really need to learn how to edit. Wow. I just filmed for like 45 minutes. But because I just flashed my own license plate, I had to just get rid of it. So all that time wasted. Wow. As you can see, I got my car in the shop. Just because I don't want anybody to know I'm up here, and a new guy seems like he's going to try to show up, and I've been told not to let him in. She told me Friday he's not allowed in the shop, and that if he shows up, I can't let him in. I have to tell him to leave, and if he won't leave, I have to call her, and she's going to come up and deal with him. And he was texting me yesterday asking me if I was up at the shop, and I'm like, man, I just ignored it. So I don't know if he's going to quit or not, new guy. I don't know if he's going to quit. He took a vacation that wasn't deserved. It wasn't earned. This is like his third time. He just, out of the blue, fucking claims he's going on vacation, and each time it's been a lie. We know he's lying about it. This time we caught him in his lies because, he thought he was going to make all this money, and she didn't pay him for shit that ain't done, and she overlooked his work, and it needs to be redone, so she didn't pay him. So he thought he was going to get like $2,000 last week, and he got like a couple hundred. And then this week, and he thought that was because of not having all the parts in or something, because he was waiting on a couple emblems, which I was just going to throw on for him, and that truck was going to be gone. Same thing with the other one, the little white Hyundai. He was waiting for a part. I was gonna put the part on for him, and then those two were going to be gone. Instead, though, she went around and looked at his work, and it all needs to be redone. So last week he didn't get a paycheck because he thought she changed the rules, and because parts weren't in and the cars weren't quite finished, he didn't get paid on them. That's what he thought. But then this week he didn't either. He didn't get paid on them because they're not finished. He needs to redo them. And so she told him that, and he's asking me. He's like, "What the fuck is she talking about?" He thinks she's just picking on him, but it's legit. Like, it's a fucking brand new truck, man. And the clears don't have enough clear on it where it looks so dry and it's all fucked up. And it's sat here now. This thing is sat here now for. It's been done for 2 weeks. It's been painted for 2 weeks. Now we can see what his work is actually looking like after the cars leave. It's showing that his prep work isn't up to par because the paint is shrinking really bad into like deep scratches and fucking, it's so dry in spots that like you can't buff it. It has to be painted again. So he's like asking me, what the fuck is she picking apart and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, dude, there's, some pretty bad fucking scratches left in this thing. It's, their paint is so dry in spots, it needs to be fixed. So again, he just thinks she's picking on him. But the fact of the matter is, he had no right to even take off. And these guys don't want to say no because they're family oriented. If you need time, if you need to take some time off to go do something for or with your family, they're not going to tell you no, but you don't fucking lie and abuse it just so that you can go sit on your ass for a week and not do shit. And especially at that time, like taking the week off knowing that my boss wasn't going to be here either. It's like, dude, that was kind of a slap in the face to the shop, and everybody saw it that way. But nobody wanted to tell him no because they're not like that. They're good people. And they don't know for a fact if he's lying. Well, now we do. Because on Friday, when he was last Friday when he was supposed to be on a plane, he was texting and bitching and, pissing and moaning about his pay. We knew he wasn't on a plane. We knew he wasn't going out of town. Now we had proof. And I think he knows that. I think he knows that we all know he didn't go out of town. And he just lied about it. And so he's all nervous. And I can put myself in his position and think, man, if I had to take time off and I had cars up here and I knew that the boss had picked them apart and she had put tape all over them to show all the places where it needs to be fixed, man, I'd be fucking nervous, especially if I had lied about the reason that I was even home in the first place. Man, I'd be freaking out. So he's freaking out. So he's like, oh, she's got a rude awakening coming Monday. Because he thinks, my boss is going to be back. I think either A, he's going to come in and quit, which might be the reason why he wants to come up here on the weekend, maybe to roll his box out and shit while they're not here. Or B, he's, because my boss is going to be back, he's going to have a talk with him and bitch about her picking on him, right? This is how twisted the dude's mind is. As if my boss wouldn't fucking take her side. As if my boss doesn't know. Whoa. Oh, never mind. I thought I saw something different. I thought I saw military trucks. Anyway, I've told him 100 fucking times, man, don't ever think that you can go to him and bitch about her, because he knows everything she's doing, and they both have the same goal, and that is success, quality, production. Like, it's all the same. And don't think for a second he's not going to take her side. Don't think for a second he would take your side over hers. But he still thinks somehow, my boss will have his back. It's fucking weird, man. And it's weird that I'm in the middle of it, but dude should have been gone a long fucking time ago, to be honest. You guys know that. I've bitched about him enough. I love these guys, man. I wish they could find another guy that actually gave a shit. But I don't know. Stephanie's telling me on Friday, she's like, and she's told me this a dozen times, praising me and telling me how much they appreciate me. And, my dad and I are both, we know just how lucky we are to have you here. And, I value your opinion on everything. And, we've never had somebody like you come through this business ever. And blah, 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 And I'm just like, man, that's sad, because I don't really feel like I set a bar that high. I work hard, I care. But in my mind, this is just what you're supposed to do. So it's kind of weird to hear that, but it's nice. And I've told her, this is, I've had a lot of jobs. It's just the way I work, the way I am. And I've had a lot of jobs that gave me a lot of responsibility, and, they paid me well. And I've had times where I felt like part of the family and shit, but only later I found out that was all bullshit. And that I was being taken advantage of and shit. I said, this is the first place that I've ever worked at where I actually feel that appreciation. And I do. I see it in every job they give me. I can see it in the fact that they don't look over my shit. I can finish my cars, clean them up, and go park them outside to be picked up. And they trust that, I'm doing the best of my ability and that everything is going to be good, and they don't need to check over shit. That all tells me that they appreciate me. So plus they have taken such good care of me since day one, day fucking one. So of course I'm going to always look out for their best interest as well as mine, because it's just how I think how a healthy working relationship should go. But new guy doesn't get that, and he just thinks that they favor me over him for some reason. They just like me more. He doesn't see himself as the problem in anything in his life. He doesn't see himself as the problem. He's one of those people that I spoke about before. They can't look within themselves and admit their faults. And so when that's the case, everybody else is to blame for everything in their fucking lives. And I hate that shit. Anyway, I'm only up here today to clean, and then I've got a redo to fix. It's a truck. It's a white Pearl, and we painted the bumper without the truck here. We should have known better. We were trying to bend over backwards to accommodate this guy, and we should have known not to paint a white Pearl without something to match it to. So kind of like my mistake, their mistake, everybody's mistake. We learned a lesson on it. You know, we bent over backwards so much for this guy, and he took such advantage of it. And you know, but white Pearl is a tricky color, man. Most painters are scared to death of them. Over the years, I've become pretty good at it, but panel painting without the panel to match it here, without having the panel to match it, it's a no-no, and I should have known better. I should have put my foot down and said no, but again, we were trying to accommodate this guy because he was being a bitch. Look at. So you see this bumper to the fender. See how it looks dark? Watch. Looks dark, looks dark, looks dark. And bam, now it looks light. A lot of factors. There's a lot of reasons for that. A lot of factors. That's why, you know, whenever you have a white Pearl, you got to be really careful. You have to do letdown panels, which means you paint the white, and a white Pearl is just a white base coat with a mid coat, which is a secondary paint. It's like another base coat. So you put the white on, and then the mid coat is like it's a transparent, clear base coat, but it has pearl in it, and it goes over the top of the white. But how much pearl you put on, you know, affects everything. Your air pressure will affect it. The technique that you use to spray will affect it. The gun you use will affect it. Everything can affect it. That's why you have to have the panel here. You have to have the car here so that you can do your letdown panel and say, okay, I paint this test panel white, and then I tape off a bunch of spots, like 4 spots, and then I can see, okay, this is what it looks like with 1 coat of pearl. This is what it looks like with 2 coats of pearl, 3 coats of pearl, 4 coats of pearl. And we didn't have the truck here to do that, so here we are. It's bitten us in the ass, and now I've got to fix it. So it's not a big deal, but I still I want to get it done. So I'm gonna do that today because it's quick and easy, and then also clean and organize this shop. I'm so fucking embarrassed by the way this shop looks, and my boss is coming back in town this afternoon, so I want him to, and I know he's gonna come up here because he'll drop his truck off in his trailer and then pick up his SUV, and I know he'll walk through the shop, and I want him to see that my side is empty. I want him to see that we got all our work done. We fucking kicked ass. We still had a badass week, and I mean a badass week because the Camaro left, and then I did like 4 other jobs on top of that, 4 or 5 other jobs on top of that. So fuck the Camaro, you know, 10 grand, 10, 11 grand. So we still probably had a $20,000 week because of the Camaro. And even without the Camaro, me just being here by myself, it still would have been impressive. So, but with the Camaro, and it's numbers. So the numbers are showing like, holy fuck, what a great week, like beyond great. So, but I want my boss to come in and see like we busted ass. I got all the work done, and the shop is clean and organized and ready to rip and run next week. I'm so embarrassed by the way it looks. Look, I'm just gonna show you. Look at, there's my blower. I don't even know how it got there. I probably threw it. Look at all these, just shit everywhere. I got my big job up here on the rack. I'm actually going to take that down today, put it back in my stall so I can start cutting on that tomorrow. What else? This is new guy's new project. If he doesn't quit, they're putting this over in his stall, and that's all they're going to give him. She said they're just going to stick him on that and keep him on it until it's done. And so he's not going to be doing any more collision work for a while. Look at, I got boxes, empty parts boxes with my boss's dent kit and fucking shit just laying around everywhere. Look, a taillight just randomly laying there. Paper all over the place from frantically unmasking cars. I've got a heat lamp sitting there for frantically trying to bake primer to get it done faster. You know, I've got this thing here, which we are still waiting, unfortunately, for a grill. So that'll be put like on the back burner because the grill's on back order. This one's done, so I can actually pull that out. But look, this is embarrassing. Look at this. This is my work area. Look, I got tools just laying underneath cars and shit, just randomly laying everywhere. Fucking place is a disaster area. I'll show you. I'll take some video after it's all done and show you what it looks like. 'Cause this shop actually is really nice when it's clean. Remember how nice my toolbox and how proud I used to be? Look at how dirty this motherfucker is. I've got a ceramic coat on there though, so anything that's on it is not actually on it, and it will actually wipe off. So it still will look beautiful once it's clean, but my goodness, look at all the trash on top. Freaking my throwing knives just stuck in a damn block of wood. Look at that, I got parts just laying everywhere. It's a disaster. All right, hang on a minute. All right. Anyway, and my inside my toolbox is a mess too. Like nothing is where it goes. There were times last week where I was in such a rush and so frantic getting work done that it was easier for me to go over to my boss's toolbox and borrow a tool than to try to find my own. Because this shit was just strewn about everywhere. And I probably lost a few things by leaving it in cars. I'm such a mess when I'm by myself and just like frantically, and my boss's tools are all perfectly organized. Like when I borrow a tool, I oil it, I fucking put it right back. So I'm really respectful with his shit, but my own shit, man, I just fucking throw everywhere, especially when I'm, you know, during craziness like last week. I'm going to show you the mixing room. This is my most embarrassing part. Don't judge me. You can judge a painter by his mixing room, and I'm telling you, I don't like it like this, but this is what happens when you're by yourself and you're still busting out fucking work. Organization and cleanliness, they take a fucking back seat, and you just work. Yeah. What a disaster. So I got to clean all this up today, throw all this shit out, put new cardboard down, tape, make it all nice again, clean the fucking computer and the scale, just get everything nice again and organized. Cabinets fucking just left open and shit. What a freaking mess. Both booths, because I was doubling up, fucking just have, it's like a bomb went off, really. But this is the small booth, and look, I just got paper, and usually these floors are always clean. I always spray them down and squeegee them all the time, because fucking dipshit loves to sand stuff inside the booth. I can't stand that. If I see him even wet sanding in the booth, I get fucking pissed. And then as soon as he's out of there, I go over there with the hose and fucking rinse it all out and squeegee it. But because I was by myself, and it was a frantic, like, mad dash all week, man. I feel like that whole last week was a blur. But like I said, on paper, my boss is gonna see that it was a fucking monster. Like it'll show better probably than most weeks. Like when me and him and new guy are all out here working. Damn, man. Sorry, guys. The tip of my nose and my lips are so chapped. And I got chapstick for my lips, and I actually thought about putting it in my nose and shit, and I'm like, it might look a little too shiny. Anyway, so on paper, like I said, it's gonna look really fucking good. It'll look average though. It'll still look like, you know, it'll still be like we did normal work this week, as if we were all here. But with the Camaro leaving too, it just like puts us way the fuck out there. And so on paper, this is the week where Tim was alone, and it's gonna look like the best week ever. But it's only because the Camaro left. Finally. I finished that up and it left. And the but I just still did well aside from that. So I'm proud. I'm really proud. Again, the older I get, the more I'm reminded how old I am when I try to work like that. But we did it. I got it done. And feels good. So I just want to look, all the freaking, look at it. All the hoses are just left laying out. Freaking, this shit's always wound up and, put away and nice and organized. But I just didn't give a shit. I wasn't winding up no hoses. There was no time for that. It was just work. Get it done, get it done, get it done. So I'm proud. Stephanie's happy with the way it turned out. My boss is going to be super happy. So I couldn't be happier. And I'm going to be feeling a lot better once I get the shop back up to par. So I'll be up here a couple hours. I got here a lot later than I wanted to, actually, because I had a hard time getting out of bed. Friday, I was in a mad dash to finish up everything because I wanted to leave early, and so did she. And I was finishing up the last one, which was a Dodge pickup, and I was putting the tailgate on by myself. I'm not a big guy. I'm 5'7", 5'8", maybe 160 pounds. And those tailgates are pretty big. It's awkward for a little guy like me to put on by myself. And I felt the point when I pulled a muscle in my back. And I actually almost dropped the tailgate. I scratched it, but luckily it was light enough where it buffed out. I sanded and buffed it out. But I felt when I pulled a muscle, because it hurt, man. And I couldn't put it down. I had to just finish. I was at a point where I couldn't turn back, and I had to just fight through it, which probably made it worse. I finally wrestled it and got it on, and then it was hurting the rest of the day, and then yesterday it was hurting quite a bit, but today, man, getting out of bed was it was a big deal. And then getting dressed, it was hurting so bad. I'm hoping, the more I move around, the better it'll feel. But I got a real late start today. It's like, it's 9:30. It didn't help that I just made a 45-minute video that I had to fucking scrap. Anyway, I had a video removed yesterday. I posted a screen record, just a very short video. I actually turned the sound down all the way too, so it shouldn't have had any sound on it. I just wanted to kind of show this image of this kid falling out of a chair. And the video was up for like just a few minutes, and YouTube fucking yanked it down and gave me a strike. And it said in the strike notice that I won't be able to upload for a week. and I appealed the strike, okay? And I said in there, I didn't even have sound on the video. I didn't say a word. It was just images. And, I said, like, you guys are fucking assholes or something like that in there. Because I just assumed they were going to reject it. And they did. They denied the appeal. But then in the denial notice, it said, this will just be a warning. So I might be able to still upload to that channel. I'm not sure. So I think maybe they turned the strike back into my first warning, because it's been over 90 days since I had a strike. My last one was in like June on this channel. So, it should have wiped it out. So I'm pretty sure I'm uploading here on Republic Down 1776 or something. And then I have another backup called Republic Lost. Just Republic Lost. So I'll still upload this video. If I can upload it to my Republic Down, that's where I'll put it. But I guess I'll just have to wait and see. I don't know. But yeah, it was like 15 minutes. It was up 10-15 minutes. Thy Will Be Done texted me and said, hey, did you have a video removed? It looks like it was only up for like 10 or 15 minutes or something. And I said, yes, I did. I just read the notice, and I said I appealed it. And then within just minutes, just a couple minutes, I got the reply back already. But I don't know. What are you gonna do? I've learned not to let that shit bother me. At first it's like a kick in the nuts, because you're like, damn, I'm not gonna be able to upload for a week, and then some. If it's a second one, it's 2 weeks. It's a kick in the nuts for sure, but I've learned not to dwell on it too much, because YouTube is what YouTube is. They're going to do what they do. They're fucking part of the worldwide agenda. Everything we see is part of the worldwide agenda. And I don't want to get into a whole thing on this, but I do want to point out, because people are still talking so much about the left and the right shit, man. And how, Fox News is telling this, and you can find truth on this and that. And it's like, no, man. No. Everything is part of this worldwide agenda. Everything. Everything. And these people that are telling lies on all stations, on all media, they know what they're doing. Because you would think after all this time, one of them, at least one of them, would have enough of a conscience to, expose the fact that they're lying. I mean, I understand, these people don't write their own shit. They're told what to say. They get their scripts and they fucking play it off. And that's all of them, even Fox, Newsmax, all of them. They're all part of it, guys. But after all this time, even if they weren't all in on it and all aware of what they're doing, maybe they all think they've got a seat at the fucking table in the New World Order. Maybe they think that they're, going to be I don't know, but maybe they've been promised something. I don't know. But you would think, again, after all this time, somebody, one person at least, no matter where they're from, CNN, NBC, MSNBC, Fox, damn it, I hate when these kids don't take... I love my kids, but my goodness, I wish I never would have given them my phone number. Because they will just call and call and call, and I've told them 1,000 times, when I reject the call, don't call back because I'm making a video. I will call you back. But they'll just call and call and call, and it drives me crazy. You want to know why? Because I'm thinking less of it now. It's like the boy who cried wolf. I don't want to be like that. See, they're calling again, like every time. I know that it's not an emergency. My son wants to buy something, and he wants my card information. And I told him I'll call him back. But he'll just keep calling and calling and calling. And now, if there's an emergency going on at the house, I'm thinking he just wants my debit card. And I'm not shutting this video off to answer. But they'll keep calling and calling and calling. And it's gotten to the point where it's like, damn, man, I don't understand why you guys don't get it. But anyway, like I was saying, if everybody wasn't in on it and completely aware of the fact that they're lying and pushing these narratives, you would think that somebody at some point, somewhere, would have enough of a conscience to come out and say what, obviously they wouldn't probably be able to do it on their news stations or whatever, but they would do it on their social media and it would fucking spread like wildfire. Somebody would have a conscience enough to come out and say, hey, listen, they're fucking lying, man. All this is a fucking farce. It's all a lie. But I haven't seen that, and it doesn't happen because obviously every fucking body is in on it. From the politicians to the media to the elite to the fucking, all the way up to the creatures that fucking run this shit. This is worldwide. Worldwide. Wide. Boats and hoes. This is what it is, guys. It's boats and hoes. Worldwide. Prestige. Worldwide. Wide. I'm not the smartest. I'm not fucking. I don't consider myself even smart on any level, and that's why it kind of pisses me off and it makes me crazy, and it also makes me question. When you see people that are awake and people that are truthers and shit, and they're not pointing out the obvious shit that I see as a imbecile, right? It makes me wonder, and I'm starting to, I'm not so sure about so many people now. I'm not so sure about some of those people that I used to be sure about. Because simple questions, it's just simple. You ask simple questions, and to me, it's like, it's pretty fucking obvious when it's boiled down to just such a simpleton like myself is asking the question and no one else is. So, I don't know. Again, I don't want to go off on the whole thing. I gotta hurry up and get off here. I don't really want to be here too long anyway. My back is hurting. I want to do a couple things with the kids today. Wow, what the fuck? Yeah, obviously gotta clean my toolbox out. I still have open Suboxone wrappers in there everywhere. I just found one on the floor. Must have fell out when I opened my drawer or something. Or when I grabbed, oh, you know what? I have microfiber towels just balled up and thrown in my top drawer. And I have so many fucking open Suboxone wrappers in there from the last year. Because I was always afraid to put them in the garbage. I didn't want my boss to see them. So I would put them in, I would wait and then clean out my top drawer and put everything in a little bag and tie it up and then put it in the garbage. I was always so ashamed. I didn't want anybody to see that and then question what it is, It'll be nice to get that shit out of there so I don't have to look at it. But when I pull one of my balled up microfibers out, there'll usually be a couple of wrappers stuck to it. So that's what I need to do today. I haven't cleaned that toolbox in so long. And I haven't organized. My top drawer is just my junk drawer. I have containers in there with extra nuts and bolts and all kinds of, clips and shit that I always need. And then I've got my Bibles in there. I've got, microfiber towels. I usually keep a couple of guns in there. It's just my junk drawer. But it's gotten so piled up with just garbage, empty cigarette packs and it's just nasty. I need to clean and get organized, and that's kind of why I'm here anyway. So that might as well get done today too. I wanted to bring the kids up and have them help. I thought it would be fun, but I want to get it done and get out of here. They want to go bowling today. They've been asking me to go bowling. We had a lot of fun the last time we went bowling, but I spent $300 fucking dollars in the damn arcade. I spent like $300 or $400 to get like probably $30 in trinkets, and I never wanted to do that again because it's not just them. I get a little crazy with it, you know, because you have to play the games and then earn these tickets, and then you can turn the tickets in, but it takes a shitload of tickets to get like the smallest, stupidest shit, and everything that they have is small and stupid. So I'm dumping I'm at that damn token machine, putting fucking 50s in, boom, 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 just filling all of our pockets up, and we're playing and playing. And because on the games, on all the arcade games, you only get like a few tickets at a time. It's really fucking stupid. But the one game is the coin pusher, where you keep putting these tokens in and they fall and then it pushes, and then sometimes it'll push a bunch of them over. Well, you get one ticket every time you push one over the edge. So if you put a coin in and it pushes like 5 over, you get like 5 tickets. And I found that I sat there and played that machine, and that's how I even got so much shit for the kids, because they were getting, you know, they might have had 100 tickets between them. And, you know, the stupidest little fucking Chinese trinket bullshit junk was like, you know, 50 tickets and shit. And it's like, so I kept playing that coin pusher game just to keep getting all these tickets, because I wanted them to have a bunch of tickets. And we had like 3,000 tickets. We had thousands of them because of me at that coin pusher, but it also took a shitload of coins, and I fucking spent a lot of money just to get them damn tickets. And so they've been wanting to go bowling again, and I've been putting it off because I didn't want to do that again in the bowling alley, in the arcade. And I wouldn't have the heart to tell them no because they had so much fun. But yesterday, they asked me again, and I told them flat out, like, look, this is the reason we haven't gone. You know, we got Christmas coming up. We're getting ready to move to, like, I can't just be blowing money like that. And I explained how much it costed and why I haven't gone back. And so they were all cool with it. And they said, well, we don't have to go in the arcade. Let's just bowl. So I was like, well, fuck, I'll do that. It's like $30. The family gets to go out. We have fun. They all loved it. So instead, I think this time we'll do 2 sessions. So we'll just bowl a couple of games, and that way we'll be there longer. And we just definitely are skipping the arcade. So anyway, I got plans with the family and stuff, so I need to, once I get this done, I'll be racing home to go do that, and we'll have some fun. It's getting so cold out, can't really spend a whole lot of time outside and shit, and I can't get my son Jesse to dress warm. Like, he fights me on it all the time. He's like I was. I never wanted to wear a coat, and I still don't. I just wear a hoodie all year long, and I'll be freezing my ass off, and I still won't put a coat on. But my son Jesse takes it a step further and will not put pants on. So like he'll fight me on it, and I just to avoid, you know, the bullshit. It's just not worth all the time it takes to get him convinced to finally put a pair of pants on instead of going out in the wintertime in his damn shorts. He's a really good boy, but just there's a couple things that he makes things tough on, and that's one of them. So they haven't gotten out of the house too much, plus the fact that I've been working so much. So it'll be nice to get them out and let them bowl and have fun. We all enjoyed it. It's fucking windy today. All right, well, I guess I'm going to say the Lord's Prayer because I kind of don't really have anything else to say. We got 40 minutes in. It's too bad I already fucking wasted 45. I got my car in the shop, mainly because I just don't want people to know I'm in here, but I am going to wash it today and detail the interior. I haven't done that in a while. My car wash by my house has free vacuums, so I'll just wash the car here and then, you know, stop on my way home and vacuum it out for free. And, do my seats and shit. But it is fucking cold and windy today, and yeah, we'll see how far I get. Yeah, that's about it, guys. I don't have shit else to say. Damn, it's windy. I don't know if you can hear that, but it sounds like the damn roof's gonna come off. Yeah. I don't have anything else to say. I don't want to start talking about other shit because then I'll keep going, and I really need to get to work. I also have someone I want to talk to on the phone today, so I need to make sure I try to have time for that. But there is a lot to talk about with this new Omicron shit, and just how far they're going with stuff already. Like, the fact that they're already saying the shit that they're saying is pretty telling, and it's also it should be alarming to people, and we should really be seeing this one as the big one. Honestly, I'm feeling like it's the big one, not just another Delta. Delta came, and it was more of a fucking joke than anything. Nobody asked the simple fucking questions, again, that a simpleton like me asks. Nobody asks. They just assume that everything is legit because the TV told them. All the way down to my own doctor at the time telling me that she had Delta. She got Delta. How the fuck do you know you got Delta? How does anybody know? Have they even tried to explain any of that? Have in the propaganda and the lies and shit, have they even tried to fucking have a backstory or any type of way that something new that tells them that, they've got a different type of thing? Like, it's just like, oh, there's the new Delta. Oh, yeah. You got Delta. Really? How do you know? You seen it? I just don't understand, man. And that's the problem. Simple, very simple questions. Very simple questions. Really, like, shine the light on a lot. That's fucking weird, man. But this Omicron thing, just the way that they've, it seemed like with the Delta, everything kind of fell into place afterwards with the propaganda, that is. But with this Omicron, they've already, they're telling you that they're already like, and it should make people wonder, oh, okay, well, you have just announced this, you just supposedly just discovered this, but yet the companies, the shot companies, they've been working on tweaking their fucking juice for a month for it. Like, how come nobody, or for the last 2 weeks or something, how come nobody's asking any fucking questions? Nobody just is like going, well, that doesn't make sense. What the fuck? It's just like, it's just really weird. So with this one, I kind of feel like this is the big one. And it may not be, it may be, I don't know, but it sure kind of smells that way to me. Military doing these drills and things, and in other countries they've clamped down so much that their people are fucking screaming out from the rooftops for help from us and other countries too. It's like, I think it's getting to the point where that clampdown's got to come. They've already gotten the sheep bought in. The sheep have done their thing. They've bribed, they've coaxed, they've guilted people into doing it, and it's like now they're into the forcing thing by threatening their jobs and shit. But they really have done their part in getting those that would ever even do it to do it, while also weeding out those of us who absolutely 100% will never do it. So, dang, see, they just keep calling over and over. So it seems to me like the clampdown has to come, and it has to come hard and fast and soon. Maybe this Omicron is it. Maybe not. I don't know. But it sure does seem like everything is changing again overnight. Things are happening again overnight. Anyway, I'm going to get off here, guys, because I'm really getting annoyed. I got to call my son and tell him to quit freaking calling me every 4 seconds. Again, I love my kids, but man, that whole freaking calling thing is really annoying. But they're just kids. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I hope everybody's doing well. You know, that's it. Tomorrow maybe we'll get into the Omicron thing and what I think about that, and what maybe, you know, I've started to kind of read comments again. I'm looking into that a little bit more. I want to be more interactive because I want to see what you guys think, and I'm curious to see, you know, where you guys are looking for information and digging, because you guys used to always send me links and stuff, and you know, I don't want to really go to other people's videos, and you know, I've got my certain couple people that I watch, and that's pretty much it. Everybody else is just kind of, I just kind of have stopped, you know, and that's my own personal reasons. I still dig in, you know, quite a bit in the headlines and online and stuff, and you know, but I don't know. At this point, there are certain things that have made me question a lot of things about a lot of different people, and make me wonder, you know, either A, where their intentions are, or B, you know, whether they're quite as, you know, awake as I ever thought, you know, or maybe they've gotten so sidetracked by the distraction and reporting on the side shows that, you know, maybe things are starting to get blurred for them. I don't know. And I'm not speaking on anybody specific. I'm just saying, trying not to get pissed off is really what it is. I'm just trying not to get aggravated, and you know, just trying to keep what I feel like is the important shit in on my plate, and just pay attention to what's important. And to me, as you know, I don't think any of that sideshow bullshit is important, other than, you know, what people are thinking, the way, you know, the brainwashing, the fact that people are brainwashed, and what those brainwashed people are capable of. That's about it. In the bigger picture, I don't think it has anything to do with what's really going on. It's only a means to keep people polarized, keep them pissed off, keep them divided, and all that. And you guys know that. Most of you know that. So that's it, guys. So maybe we'll dig in a little deeper tomorrow. As for today, I just want to get going. Got a lot of shit to do. And so I will see you guys tomorrow. And hope you guys are having a good one. Let's say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. You know, you guys can do this if you want or don't. I don't know. Kim keeps trying to get me to watch Jonathan Kleck. Now, I've talked about this guy before. He has really opened my eyes to the Vatican, the the Catholic religion, the twin system, the host body, the fact that everything is hidden right there in plain view, like the true, I guess, evil that's out there, and just how prevalent it is, and how it is literally everywhere in everything, and we're surrounded by it. So I credit the guy with a lot of that for me, and on a certain level, you know, I can respect him, and I can kind of stand listening to him. But on another level, you know, I don't know. I don't know. She sent me a video. I started watching it this morning or listening to it on my way in. And like right in the beginning, he's talking about how he, touched hands on people that cured stage 4 cancer, like incurable diseases, and he touched hands on the blind and gave them sight again. And I have to like wonder if the guy's not delusional in some on some level. I mean, I'm not trying to question somebody who could possibly be an actual, you know, prophet maybe, but the dude has said, I've literally heard him say, call himself Yeshua. I don't know what the dude's intentions are, or if he's just if he's real, or if he's like a fucking figment of his own imagination, or if he's just delusional or what. But some of the information is important, and it actually has helped me grow. And so, I don't just completely write the guy off, but I just can't keep listening when he just starts off with how he's healed the blind and cured cancer just by touching people and shit. And I don't know that I really believe all that. Maybe it's true. I don't know. I'm just saying I don't know. So take it. The best advice I ever got was from my good friend Tig. Take what you need and leave the rest. And that's what I do with the guy. But apparently he's on top of this Omicron shit, and he's been reporting on it and talking about how close we are to the end. And, everything just kind of kicking off. And, so I just want to let you know he's still out there, still making videos. I guess his channel got taken down, but he's on a channel called Cory Barbie. That's like Cory, Barbie spelt like the doll. I think. I don't know. Cory Barbie, just type it in. I'm sure you'll find it. I'm not going to leave a link because I'm not subscribed to it or nothing, but Kim watches him a lot. Kim listens to him a lot because, a lot of the shit he says is legit, very important too. Just the arrogance of the guy, and, that's the shit I leave. But I just want to let you know the guy is still out there, and it is good information if you can get past the, and he doesn't spend every video talking about himself and shit, but, there is a level of arrogance there, and there's a level of, possible delusionalness, whatever, possible mental issues or whatever, or maybe it's real. Maybe he really did fucking heal the blind. I don't know. I can't say because I wasn't there, but there's a lot of information that you can get from the guy that is legitimate. Anyway, so there's that. Kim said it was an important thing, so I'll probably finish listening to it, and then I'll let you guys know if I think there's anything important to talk about from it. But I feel like we're close too. I definitely feel that. I can feel the fucking darkness, and it's definitely closing in, and I know you guys understand that too. Anyway, I gotta go. I want to get going here, so I will I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great day.